What's going on, guys? Solid day in the market. If you watched yesterday's video, we kind of knew that Apple was going to help push the market higher, even though it did kind of fall off towards the midday. But we'll check out the Apple chart, check out SPY, and then a few of you guys requested some stocks to go over. So we have AMD, Mara, Rocket, and we'll also go over SoFi and a bit of the flow from today. So getting into it, on 12/1, I did post this Tesla call buyer. 3.4 million for the end of the month, 440 strike, and as you know, those are now in the money by about $6. So Tesla had a day. Another one of those interesting was Adobe. So still watching for this one to potentially go in the money. And then obviously Apple. Apple has been helping the market push higher. It's kind of been a slow grind up, which has been tricky. A little bit of a choppiness to it as well. So not just straight vertical, but these paid. This was my current take yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video. And we actually did tap around 288. So if you look at Apple here, pretty much tapped it. Not quite where I said I wanted it to go. I thought we were going to get 290. But yeah, I'm still thinking this might be the last push on the Santa rally. But we'll get into that as well. So Apple did pay. I made about 20%. And then had some runners stopped out in profit. So pretty solid on Apple. One thing I did want to note is that I saw these come in. Now this is a pretty aggressive above ask, 2.5 million at 68.54. That's the spot price. And that strike is way out of the money. And that is next Friday. So maybe, the market continues to grind higher and we could get there off news or something. But as far as 12.19 to 12.31 goes, I am leaning more bearish. Just not going to be the first to go bear on the market yet. But if we look at that SPX, where that spot triggered, so we are currently at 68.49, and that one triggered at 68.54. It did technically pay because it did go to 68.60 today. So they could have exited the position, but that strike price leads me to believe that they are in this one, probably swinging it. So, and now going to get into some stocks I have been posting in the Discord, in the chart section. So feel free to join this. This section's free. We do have a Patreon section as well. But basically, 3M was looking solid, cup and handle on the daily, and this one actually did break out, but I didn't get into it. Just the bid ask was weird. So it did break out, but also rejected. Next up was Adobe. And let's see. Adobe was looking pretty good. Starting to creep over and recover a little bit. It's starting to break out. This one I probably wouldn't do options on, but maybe shares. I think this could be a solid shares swing. Adobe is pretty oversold at this point for a longer term swing. Now, this was requested on the channel. I think AMD is bear flagging a bit. I'm not too bullish on this right now, especially with those gaps below. Gaps do love to be filled. And I would say short term, AMD is going to make that push towards our supply zone, 225 to 228. But if you see a rejection of that, that would be a solid short entry. So short term, flow is saying we go up, but that could give you a solid entry. So the call wall's at 225, put wall's at 210. That's what I'll be watching for, especially if over the next, few days or weeks we grind up higher, hit that zone, and then if the market flips bearish, that could be solid. So that's what I have on AMD right now. Now, if it reclaims 225 and holds with volume and call flows coming in, then yeah, this would not play out. But that's what I have on AMD right now. Mara is looking pretty solid. As Bitcoin recovers, keep in mind, if Bitcoin dumps, this will dump. This is a bit miner. It's just like, heavily related to Bitcoin, like Coin is, Master, all those Bitcoin stocks pretty much trade exactly like Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin recovers, this presents a pretty solid swing. This is the monthly. I don't anticipate this to trade super fast, so I would likely just do shares. But I could see this trending back up and filling this fair value gap on the 1 month up to about $15, $16 plus. The flow does agree. They are longing this out to about January. So I would say if you were to buy shares or calls, be patient with it. It probably won't pay in a day or two, but probably out to January would be solid. I would likely just do shares. And your call wall is sitting at $13, and then the next largest one would be $13.50 and $15. Next up, we have Rocket. Now, this is one that was requested. I'm not too familiar with the company, but the weekly looks good. The monthly has a cup and handle on it. Definitely needs to break over that 22 area, retest it and hold. And then from there, you can obviously head up to 25, 29, and then the take profit zones are there. Call walls at 21. They are interested in this one pretty much out to January and March. They are buying calls. So not too aggressive, but it does look solid technically. This is another one that I would probably just do shares in because I don't think this will pay anytime soon. I think it would have to be more of a swing. So that is what I have on the chart requests. Let's get into SoFi. All right, and getting into SoFi here. So the put flow is starting to stack up on SoFi. Nothing insane, but we did have an unusual weekly come in, which I believe paid because SoFi kind of pulled back a little bit today. But as far as the chart goes, same thing. We are starting to lose this trend line a little bit. Obviously rejected 30 again. So SoFi could find its way back down to POC 27 and then previous month value area low around 25. I do think SoFi is going to give another opportunity to enter long, especially because it doesn't seem like they're going to enter the S&P 500 this Friday. As far as flow goes, I think we would be seeing people who know SoFi is going to enter the S&P 500. You would be seeing a lot more call flow if that was the case, because someone always knows. But SoFi pretty much leaning more bearish on it in the short term, especially just what I'm seeing for 12.5 and 12.12. But yeah, nothing crazy. I think it could be a good week to sell those covered calls or just wait to be able to buy more at a discounted opportunity. So that is what I have on SoFi. And then wrapping up, we'll just look at the largest flow of the day. This is going to be the largest flow of the day. So this is $1 million in premium or higher and expiring within 1 month and at the money or out of the money. So you're seeing gold, silver, NVIDIA, a little bit of IWM short, but they're still bullish on the market overall. Not seeing anything too crazy as far as puts go, but we will keep an eye on when they start really loading those puts up. But that's pretty much it. Please like and subscribe and have a good one.